Okay, we should be recording. All right, so the lovely Chrissy has joined me on my Zoom. I was hoping to have a whole screen of like 10 faces, but I know it's actually a really insane week for so many people because it's, I think, the last week of school. And when I did a leader Zoom last night, Julia Taylor was like wrapping jams the whole time we were talking to give us teachers gifts. So I know this is a horrible week to launch it, but I thought about just pushing it all off until next week. But then I actually realized that for some of you, you still got kids in school for the next like 2 or 3 days this week. And if you can just carve out the tiniest amount of time to kind of prepare for when your kids are home, it might be good. So you kind of need like that brain thinking time. And we had, I think, over 12 stylists that were interested in going for level 3. Level 3 is the golden tray, the beautiful, beautiful tray. I saw it in person. It's pretty stunning. I just picture it with like bottles of Prosecco and champagne glasses and maybe some jewelry sprinkled in, but it's truly stunning. And I'm so excited that so many people are going for it because like it's no small feat. See, do you know what you have to do? I'm putting you on the spot since you're the only person. What do you have to do to get the tray?
3,000 and sponsor one.
Exactly. So 3,000 PQV. So in the US, that's basically $3,000. What is the PQV calculation now to pounds? Do you know?
I've kind of lost. It used to be 1.2.
Yeah.
But because the PQV hasn't changed with the current on the old items with the currency, it now varies from item to item.
Okay.
Because the dollar and pound are much closer now, so
Yeah.
it's much closer to the sterling price
Yeah.
now. But the old pieces, we still get the old exchange rate on.
Oh, really? Is that true? Okay, I didn't.
So it's not consistent across the line anymore.
All right.
Depends which collection it was launched in. So it's actually much more effective to sell old stuff than new stuff in terms of PQV.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'll have to get some information on that. So ideally, what's your target in pounds that you want to sell in the next 2 months to get the tray?
In the next 2 months? So by the end of August.
End of August. So I guess we've got 6 weeks, right, to do this.
Yeah, so 3. If I aim at 3.5, I should get. I mean, my target is 3. Let's be honest. I've got one show booked in.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
By the time it's booked up.
Okay.
If I aim for 3.5, then you've got some room for returns and stuff.
Yep, and we need to sponsor 2, right?
1.
So
1.
Sorry.
1.
Wait, sponsor 1, sponsor 2.
Yeah, I checked today because you said 2 on the group and it terrified me, so I checked. It's 1.
It is 1.
For level 3.
Oh
yeah,
my God! How did I totally miss that? Okay, well that's super exciting. Are you sure?
I checked today. Certainly it is in the UK. Okay. I don't know about the States, but in the UK, it's sponsor 1.
All right. I will. I'm so glad you told me that. Oh my God, that makes this so much better, so much more achievable.
Exactly, it's so much more achievable.
I'm so excited. Okay, so the first thing I did this morning, and this is what, I mean, we're just going back to basics. And it's so funny because every time I do this, it's such a wake-up call. I printed out my tracker, and I don't know if there's a new tracker, you guys, but I just found the June one. It works, this 10-4. So for those of you that are new to this, I'm just going to talk through it real quick. There was a lot of discussion at Hoopla about the beauty of this new tracker, and that we've always had lists. We've always had our big list, and we've always tracked on our big list of who we contacted and how we contacted. But what this one gives you are just these like 3 additional magic columns. So you've got your person, you've got your, they call it Makers Monday. So ideally you would be using this tracker and launching on your Monday, where you would offer the opportunity. And we're looking at a 2-pronged opportunity here, right? We're looking at actually 3-pronged. So hostesses, prospective hostesses, so we can book up some trunk shows, some gorgeous summer trunk shows. The second one is just customers. Like we should be all selling on the go right now and selling through social media with this beautiful new launch of the brand new collection. I'm so excited about it. There's so many easy things to sell online. And then the third thing would be sponsoring. So offering the opportunity. We don't need a sign up special to get people to sign up because we just all need to reflect on, you know, what this job is going to bring us in these quiet summer months and what it could possibly bring to our friends and contacts. So when I printed this tracker, I actually printed 3 of them. I started with 1 and I thought, you know, this is going to get messy really fast. And so I actually did print 3. So I've got sponsoring here, and I've got my number 1 person written down so far that I have been warming up for a while. And we are literally just nailing down dates of her launch party right now. And all this has happened in the last 48 hours. And then I actually made a section for customers as well, because so many people have been commenting on my social media that I need to follow up with on orders. And then pop-ups and events. So I am going to hit the road hard this week and try and get some pop-up shops in the books during these quiet months, which is one thing that Chrissy and I were just talking about. Chrissy, do you want to share a little bit of your plan for the next 6 weeks?
So yeah, pop-ups. I need to widen my network. I have it's an area I moved to a while ago, and I work for myself and I live by myself, so I don't meet a lot of people on my day-to-day basis. So I've gone for towns where I know there's money. So the Yorkshire Dales is the most green space there is in the UK and the most sparsely populated there is in the UK. So my plan on Thursday is I have 6 towns. That's a 100-mile round trip and my entire day in driving. But
wow,
20 minutes in each of those towns, because if I don't break into some of these other communities, I'm talking to the same people over and over again. And the reason my business flatlined is because I was the crazy stand on a dot lady trying to talk to the same people over and over and over again.
Yeah, and we don't want to be that lady.
It has to move. So whilst I've got some time and I can kind of carve out some time, I'm going to hit the road, basically.
Excellent.
I've ordered my new stuff. I went to see it yesterday. I've ordered it. It's coming. I'm going to get blinged up and hit the road, basically.
Yay! Okay.
10 days and then book some stuff in.
Perfect. So you need your list of all the businesses. I would do a little pre-work and decide, you know, I mean, obviously you're going to hit high streets, but do a little pre-work on specific businesses, gyms, and children's boutiques. I have found through the years are really good because the moms are shopping, but it's not a competition for the owners to have you selling jewelry in there, right? Because you're not going to take away for their other jewelry lines. So those are just 2 that off the top of my head that when I was just thinking about pop-ups in the towns that I want to go to, those are the ones I'm targeting. And I literally just got on Google and started searching up some of these kinds of categories in those towns. So back to the tracker, the other 3 columns are the follow-up. And this is where we find the magic happens, that when you send out the first email, 99% of the time, or text message or even phone call, 99% of the time, nothing happens. By the time you get to your 4th touch, as we call it, your 4th reach out, 80% response rate, 80%. Now, those could still be no's, but by then you're going to get a response. And a lot of times they are yeses, but you got to do those 4 steps. So Chrissy, for you, you're in the stage of identifying. You've identified your geography. You're going to identify your businesses. I would schedule a follow-up date of when you're going to hit the road the second time and go do the follow-up. And then I bet you anything you're going to see huge success rate. There's kind of no point doing that first day of 100 miles of driving if you're not going to truly make it happen. So try and see where else in your schedule you can do it. And I would do it, probably no more than 2 weeks out, but maybe just 1 week out, get back out there and say, hey, I dropped off packets. I came by to talk to your manager. You and I had a conversation a week ago. They'll see that you're serious. And then you can make it happen. So that's where you guys got to get started, is with those big lists and start putting them together. We're going to give you loads of tools to make all this happen. The first tool is your tracker, and that should keep you on point. So for those of you that have got kids out of school as of Thursday or Friday, I know you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, but give yourself at least 30 minutes at some time in the next 48 hours to work on this list. It's going to get you so pumped up. I printed it last night and I started to write some names down, and it was like 10:30 at night, and I was like, I've got to go to sleep. So I stopped because it gets me so excited. So allocate 30 minutes once you get going and putting all those names down. You might find that you're like, buzzing, and you'll keep going. So it's really fun. And then we are going to be doing, I had a leaders call last night, and we're going to do lots of steps through the summer months. We're going to do trainings. We're going to be loading you guys up with words to say for both sponsoring and booking trunk shows and for social media. And we're also going to be doing a lot of online MSDs, Meet Stella and Dots, as well as there's season premieres going on all over the country. So check out your perspectives list for sponsoring and make sure that you're inviting them to go to these season premieres as well, because they're going to they'll go with you, see the new line, fall in love. And so many stylists join for the jewelry, but stay for the community. So taking them to a season premiere and All Stylists Meetup is such a great way to introduce them to all of it. Okay, sound good? So listen, Chrissy was such a star for showing up. Thank you. I know a lot of you are planning on watching this recording later, so we're going to make this a little fun. Let's do a magic word. I need everybody in the next 48 hours to post their trackers. I don't care if all you did was print it, okay? At least get it printed. And then if you can add at least 2 or 3 names, that would be fab. But seriously, just print it. That's the first thing. That is the first step. Print it. Show us, and it can just be a notebook too, but like just show us where you're going to be tracking your reach outs for the next couple of weeks. Post it on this thread. I'm going to put this on Facebook, and you have to put the magic word so that we know that you watched this all the way through. And then I'll put your guys' name in a hat for a drawing for a new piece of the autumn collection. Should we do a piece in particular, Chrissy? Or should we just tell them they get 8?
Which you've got, depends which you've got.
Well, I haven't ordered my UK stuff yet. So how about this was a hoop?
That they reckon up here in the northern bit is going to be a huge seller up here, so it's a good piece. Or the earrings that go with it.
Yeah, maybe
the earrings that we think is going to sell a lot.
Yeah, some gals already got this at Hoopla, so why don't we do a pair of the earrings to match? Yeah. So, and ladies, if you've already ordered as part of your samples, you can always use it as like, you know, a hostess gift, an additional hostess gift to get somebody to book an August trunk show for you. So we'll do the earrings, and what should the magic word be? They have to post the magic word with their tracker.
Bananas.
Bananas. Bananas. I love the way you say that. Bananas for the Americans. Okay, excellent. Chrissy, thank you. You get your name in the hat twice for showing up, girlfriend. And we're going to do, and that we'll do another one of these at the beginning of next week to see where everybody's at and how you're feeling, okay? So you guys do your best to join us next week, because as a tribe, as a team, we're going to do this together. Oh, and here's the deal. I'm going to set up a Facebook message group just with all of us. So we might actually do this all through Messenger rather than on the team page. So you guys can post your trackers in Messenger so we can cheer each other on. Okay, so that's where all this will be. Bananas in Facebook Messenger, and I will upload the Zoom as soon as I figure out how to get it on my YouTube account. Takes me a while. Okay, Chrissy, so good to see you.
And you. Speak soon.
Thanks,
bye.
Baby.